Good morning, everyone. Today is Wednesday, February 5th, and today we will cover the trades for YieldMax funds, TSLY, CONY, NVDY, Misty, AMZY, and PLTY. But we see here, these are the intraday trades. TSLY had a trade. However, I'll start with Misty today. I know people enjoy when I start with Misty, so I'm going to try to change it up here and there if I can remember. Also, I will try to start to click the screen a little more because I did see people ask about that. So where does it say Misty? It says it right there under ETF. Again, this is a download of the intraday trades directly from the YieldMax website. When you download the intraday trades, which can only be done after 4 p.m., typically it's available around 5 p.m., you'll get all the trades, the trades for every single fund. It doesn't come out like this. I just, have a Google Sheets kind of formula set up so it makes it look a little better visually, obviously for the purposes of this video. But anyway, let's move on. So this is MSTY, the underlying MSTR, and then quantity. You see that's the number of contracts that they're trading. So what did they do? They did a buy, call, sell, put, okay? That simply just means they added to their synthetic position and they added to their 315. All right, their 315 strike, which is already an existing synthetic position. And then they used those 220 right away. They sold a call and they bought a call. Same expiration date, different strike prices. They sold a call with a lower strike. They bought a call with a higher price. This is the, the credit call spread. So when they sold a call, they went 6.94% out of the money. Obviously, I'll cover this on the spreadsheet, but just showing you a little detail on, the intraday trade file if it helps. So let's go right to the Misty file and see where we stand. So here's the 315 synthetic. We have a whole tab for it. They've been adding to this thing, man. Oh my God, since November 11th. Oh, look at that. Boom, boom, boom. This is a gigantic synthetic position. And we have 20, let's see, make sure the formula is updated too. Yeah, 26,500 contracts. Of course they removed, there's a big chunk removed too. I think, that was the chunk that was removed and added to the 390, which turns out they shouldn't have done. But, it is what it is. But anyway, so they added to the 315 synthetic is right here, 220. Cost them, what, 700K, whatever. That's because MSTR is at 348 and the strike is 315. So obviously buying a call is pretty expensive. Now, this expires in 17 days. So, they're going to have to close it out. They're going to have to close this and roll this to a new synthetic position, essentially at the money, which would be around like 350 if they did it today, right? But, we'll see. They got also earnings today after hours. All right, so stay tuned for that. 390, I wish this wasn't here. Unfortunately, it is. But right now, that's 10% underwater. So when they roll their synthetic position, keep in mind, they're going to close both of these. They both have a 221 expiration. They'll close both of these. We'll see how much it's going to be worth. They may offset, the gains on this may be offset by the losses on this. Again, very unfortunate, but it is what it is. But we did get some gains from the when we did move some of the money from that synthetic to the 390, which you'll see in the payment tab. All right, so how did MSTR do yesterday? They went up 0.35%. So that's a pretty low-key day, man, for them. Woo, nice. And you know what's beautiful? MSTY went up 0.65%. You know why? Because time value wore off on the covered call. Time value went away, which means our net asset value of the fund gets boosted up a little because it costs a little less to close out the covered call for this week. So we like slow, flat days. I know we like the big gains, but let's take the gains when we can afford the gains. And let's see how much gains we can afford, actually. Because this week we should be able to afford a decent amount, too. Not too much like the others. All right, so anything in gray, that just means we covered it previously. And, there's a lot going on here. So, again, I just have to go from top to bottom. We have everything expires this week still, which is February 7th, a Friday. 15,000 contracts, 370 strike price. This is 6.23% out of the money, which means it's safe. If I say it's a positive number out of the money, it means we're good so far. Then we got a bunch of 372.50s up here. We got what? 18,100 contracts, 372.50 strike price, 6.94% out of the money. That's pretty good. Then we got what? Again, I'm not playing the math game, but it's like 8,000, 790, whatever. 375 contracts, 7.66% out of money. Then a whole bunch more of 372.50s, about 3,000 worth of 372.50s again, and we said that was 6.94% out of the money. Then we got 9,500 contracts at 365. That's 4.79% out of the money. 730 contracts at 360. That's 3.36% out of the money. That's probably the lowest strike we got. And then we got a 220. That's the one they opened yesterday. 220 contracts, 372.50. Oh, their favorite one. 6.94% out of the money. So they opened a trade on the Tuesday. So this has 3 trading days left, and they are 6.94% out of the money. Now, this is an example where, it's a short-term trade, and we have so many other trades. Don't do the credit call spread. Just don't do it. Oh, wait, I'm sorry. They do have earnings. My bad. They do have earnings. But still, it's only 220 contracts. I mean, we could take, because that way we could boost it up, maybe go 8% out of the money. Whatever. Let's see how aggressive the annualized yield is. Over here, if I click it, 183% annualized yield. Minus out what we paid essentially for buying the call. And I know it's 365% annualized. I'm too lazy to type the 251. But it shows around 140, but whatever. Outstanding shares, did they increase? Yes, they did, by 725,000. Okay, 30-day IV of MSTR. How is it not 100% on earnings? Come on. 88%. All right, outstanding shares, 74.3 mil. Total net income, still debit, still a loss, $4.9 million loss. Almost flipped into a profit. So we'll move on from there. We'll get there. TikTok, mother sucker, right? TikTok. All right, so we want the time value to, go. Unfortunately, again, earnings can cause some disruption here. Our IV doesn't show it, so maybe it's showing that the market don't give a damn about earnings. But, I mean, again, it could make or break us. So hopefully the earnings, it doesn't go too crazy. Again, we could afford a little upside. So if MSTR does go up a little bit, then we're okay. If it blows through our strikes, then that kind of will suck. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. If it tanks, that's nothing new for us. It's been freaking going, kind of a little downwards, flattened down. All right. By the way, Group D declares next week. So that being said, we talked about the synthetic income. This is how much they made already, 225 mil. Short call loss, 4.9 mil. We talked about that as well. So we look at total income per share. We're at 296. Again, we were at $3. Now we're at 296. So our guesstimate is now anywhere from $1.90, which is the guesstimate based on the IV, $1.90 to 296. All right, now holding information. We talked about the synthetic. Remember the synthetic? So look at the calls. I want to show you something. Look at the call. We have a 315 right here and a 390. That's the call. The 315, like we said, it's valuable. It's worth 120 mil. Now, the 390 call is worth 36 mil. So, okay, the 315 put, it costs 30 mil to close. However, the 390 costs 156 mil to close. So if you net everything together, when they roll this position, if they rolled it right this second, it would be a net loss, unfortunately. So yeah, as good as we're doing on the 315, the 390 costs more to close than what we'd gain on the 315. So we would lose $30 million on that. However, if MSTR goes up, then obviously, this number eventually could turn into a profit, which would be good. I'm not saying we need it, but I'm just saying it would be, pretty cool. All right, we're part of the $2 billion club still. That could end with a bad earnings call or bad earnings comment. Something about, I don't know, who the hell knows. But you got, the earnings thing. I'll do, I got this little earnings 5. I'll add a section for, I guess this is fiscal quarter 4Q. So I'll add that today if I remember, hopefully, yeah. Anyway, so that's MSTY. M to the S to the T to the Y. T to the S to the L to the Y. All right, they got a lot of trades. All right, what do they got? Buy, call. All right, no puts. Okay, so no synthetic. They got a buy to close, call. They paid 50 cents. They closed the 430 strike. All right, and they obviously won that trade. And then they closed a 435 strike. Okay, so they won that trade, right? Oh yeah, one thing I forgot to mention, I did add the subtotals at the bottom here, so you can see the net of all the trades for TSLY. It netted 665 million in income. Negative is income because again, I'm showing it as a credit because that's how the representation is when you do your options on your brokerage, and that's just kind of how I set things up from the beginning. It's hard for me to go back. I know it bugs some people. Bugs me too. But again, I already kind of decided to go this route because it matches the brokerage. All right. So anyway, we'll get into the details on the spreadsheet. All right. So here's T to the S to the L to the Y, 480 synthetic. How you doing? Not so good. Not so good at all. 18% underwater because Tesla's at 392. The synthetic's at 380. I mean, 480. Good God. All right, this expires in 17 days, so we can rip that painful Band-Aid off. And then this one's underwater too, so, I mean, this is not a savior. So unlike, MSTY, where, they're kind of in the middle, right, of both synthetics, not so much for TSLY, right? They're like on the bottom of both, which sucks. All right, so let's see what the damage was yesterday. All right, TSLY, it went up 2.22%. Okay, that's good. Guess what TSLY did? It went up 2.19%. You know what that means? Guess what that means? We captured the majority of the upside, okay? The majority. Why? Because we were set up to. Remember? Monday dips, right? If the Monday dips, then any upside potential, we could capture it. Most, if not all. And that's pretty much most, right? We missed out on 0.03%. Again, it's because our calls are pretty far out of the money. So upside should be, it should be ours to take. All right. Hopefully that made sense. Anyway, let's just go down the line. First I'll show you the one they closed, actually. 450 contracts they closed for the 435 plus 8,000. They closed the 435, you could see, and that was a win. So if you scroll to the right, overall, the win-loss, you could see they made about like 150K on one, and then they made about 3.5 mil on the other. So successful trades for TSLY. Obviously, they closed it out early, so is that a good move? I don't know. Again, it was nice to have that gigantic cushion should Tesla run up. But now we're going to have less of a cushion because, again, they more than likely rolled this strike price down. Actually, I'll show you that in a second. And here's the 550. This was the loaner. This was the one without the call credit spread. So we're like, oh, good job. And they won. They always win those. All right. So, again, they took 550 contracts there and then 8,450 there, and they put it down here. And guess what they did with the 550? They attached the little call credit spread. Why? I don't freaking know, man. It's 550 contracts. Dude, why waste the money? But whatever. They did it, and they chose a 410 strike. So again, they rolled the strike down to 410. In both cases, they rolled it to 410 from 435 and 430. So again, we had potential to gain 9 to 10% without losing, but now we only have potential to gain 4% without losing. But if TSLY doesn't go up more than 4%, they're geniuses. If Tesla goes up 8%, they're morons. You kind of know how this works by now. All right, so those were the trades from yesterday. Let me just go back up to the summary of what's left. 8,245 contracts, 412.50 strike price. That's only 5.17% out of the money. 7,198 contracts, 420 strike price, 7.09% out of the money. 7,300 contracts, 425 strike price, 8.36% out of the money. So yeah, single digit Now, upside, not like the day before. 550, we talked about 550 contracts plus the 8450. Both 410s, 4.54% out of the money. So things just got a little tighter. So obviously, remember we were celebrating. If we buy yesterday, we're going to get a lot of upside. That's not going to be the case as much because things are, like I said, as low as 4% out of the money, as high, what's the highest one? 8%. So 4 to 8% out of the money for TSLY. So we'll see how the rest of the week goes. We still have 3 full trading days. So we'll see if them closing out that position early was a smart move or if it's going to cost us money. Again, you know how I feel about them closing out early, to be honest. These are weekly trades, not freaking daily trades. But whatever. Here we go. Outstanding share. Nope. Okay. 30-day IV. What we got? 53%. Outstanding shares, 94.7 mil. Total net income. Yes, we do have income. Again, they're making money, so we can't get mad. All right? They're making money. 34.1 mil. Distribution, 36 cents per share. Daily income, 3 cents a day. Daily yield, 0.21%. And if you annualize that, sucker, 77.39%. That is a nice number. That's a beautiful number. An annualized yield of 77% on the weeklies. Again, just trading covered calls during this 4-week cycle, they are producing an annualized yield of 77% on your money. Again, that's good. That's good. So they're doing good. So in that case, I did give them a nice reaction, right? No poop, no weird smiley face. I just gave them money. All right, just bills, because right now they're earning us bills. However, we'll see how today goes, right? We'll see how Thursday goes. Again, I hope, it's not easy. Their job is not easy, but it is what it is. Anyway, Group A declares at 14 days. So what do we got? We got synthetic loss. What? Yeah, they lost $3 million on the synthetic, but again, the weeklies produce 34.1 mil. So if we just look at let's just look at the weekly income, 36 cents per share. All right. If they make what they're making, all things considered, and we could produce 75 cents. 75 cents would be the guesstimate, which is a 74% yield. If we look at the IV is 53%. That's a 54-cent payment. So right now the guesstimate is anywhere between 54 cents and 75 cents. Last payment was 71 cents. So, kind of in line, I guess you would say. So here's the problem, though. The 480 is just a disaster. The sooner we cut ties, the better, right? So what's the problem with the 480? The problem is you take my money when I'm in need. Yeah, it's bad. It's bad. This is bad. I'm sick of looking at it. I'm sick of singing. This is ugly. Let's get rid of her. Enough's enough. Let's just move on. All right. So I'm sure you guys are done. You're so over the gold digger. Let's move on. All right. The synthetic disaster. It's negative 171 mil. It's $1. It's pushing us down $1.81 per share. All right. Again, it's already priced in. So don't think like, oh my God, let's get out now or let's buy now or, it's all in the NAV. Like we're not fooling anyone. Like there's no secrets here. It's all there. All right. Total net asset value of TSLY, 1.2 bill. The NAV is 1308, trade price 1309. Okay, so that's TSLY. Now, going back to the intraday trades, again, I'll go from the top down. Actually, yeah, you know what? I'm gonna go. Now that I have 4, it's kind of annoying. I'm just gonna go across. All right, so first is NVDY. NVDY actually did have a trade, so we'll go back here. Now, NVDY, oh my God, what the heck did they do? Buy, call, sell, put. All right, so they added to their synthetic position. You can see their synthetic strike is 135, and the current price is 118. So look at the credit they got for opening that position, 2.9 mil. I mean, that's pretty nice. But again, will they make it back? Who the hell knows? And then they got, what else? By the close. So they closed out a 132 strike. It was 11% out of the money. You see that? So they closed that out. And then you look here down, short sale. Short sale. This is the new one, 125. So they go from 132 to 125. So they moved it down from 11% out of the money to 5% out of the money in order to capture additional premium income. Again, will it bite them in the ass? We don't know. All right, they did that again down here. They did a buy to close. They closed out to 131. That was 10% out of the money. Now they moved it down. They kept the same expiration date, by the way, 2/7, which is Friday, which I do like that part. But again, they're moving the strike prices down 5%. This is actively managing. This is an actively managing fund. This is not trading monthly. This is trading daily. Again, some of the moves are questionable, of course, but again, this is taking the additional effort to try to yield us more money on our money. Now, you may not think this is a good idea. Why? Because we had a cushion of 10% out of the money, and now we got a 5% cushion. Again, where is NVIDIA headed? Who in the hell knows, right? Who the hell knows? But again, I don't think it doesn't look like they used all the contracts, and we'll check the holdings in a second, but we'll see this move. We'll see how this move plays out. Here's the total of the trades though. It did bring in an income of 3.4 million. Most of that was selling the put on the synthetic though, okay? All right, so let's go to the NVDY file, which is part of the other gigantic file here. All right, NVIDIA yesterday, it went up. Oh my God. It went up 1.68%. Wow. NVIDIA went up 2.03%. Remember I said, again, NVIDIA and TSLY, you buy them yesterday and boom, boom, boom. Yep. In fact, you would gain more than the underlying, and you did. 21% more, in fact. That's pretty good. All right, so what do we got? Oh, yeah, we're getting hammered. I would have to sing 4 times here. I'm not gonna do it. But yeah, man, what's going on? What? We have a 119, a 127, a 135, and a 148. All expire 221. This is the synthetic position. Okay, it's bad. It's ugly. But again, we can't do anything about it. So it's already priced in. It is what it is. When they open the new synthetic, again, it'll be at the money, which is probably the 119 area. So we'll see how that goes. And then obviously here's the calls, the broke-ass dudes, a bunch of losers. They can't afford their women. Hey, but it is what it is. For those of you that are new, what's a gold digger? Why do I keep saying gold digger? It just simply means we're kind of underwater on this synthetic position. It means the price of the underlying stock is less than the synthetic strike. And all that means is it costs us more money to close the put in pink than it does that we gain on the orange call, if that makes sense. Because I consider the put the woman and then the orange the dude. So if the women want more than the men can handle, I'm sorry, but she's a gold digger, all right? So that's why I sing. Makes sense? Great. All right, so let's look at where we stand here. Again, they were very active. Whether or not it's a smart move, we don't know. All right, 1850, 1,850 contracts, 124 strike price, 4.51% out of the money. 11,600 contracts, 125 strike price, 5.35% out of the money. 29,450 contracts, 127 strike price, 7% out of the money. All right, and then in between here, we do have a credit call spread, a 129. I like it in between. Because we sold calls above that one. Now we have a call here at 130 strike price, 9% out of the money, and then 131 strike price, 10% out of the money, right? Okay, so we're anywhere from 4 to 10% out of the money. However, we did buy a call at 129, which is 8% out of the money. So, that's for only 13,450 contracts, but still, it puts us, we're kind of like in a decent position here where we can afford to go up. I mean, the best case scenario, of course, is we stay under this number here. We stay under the 124 for the week, all right? And that would be ideal. because that's essentially almost maximum gain. But, you know, if we go above these three, right? If we go to 129, well, we'd have to be, it depends when they close this one, but it's at least the gap, you know, it's just, you know, it's a good spot to be in because we could start earning money anything over 129 while at the same time we're still winning these trades. So if we close at like 129.50, we'll win these two calls and we'll make money on this call that we bought. We'll lose out on all this though. That's the problem, right? What would the net be? I don't know. We'd have to figure that out. All right. Sorry for the yip yap, but it's a lot going on there. Total net asset value of NVDY is 1.3 bill. Again, the synthetic, quite the disaster. I mean, it's bad. Negative 144 mil. The NAV is 1867. Trade price 1870. 30-day IV of NVIDIA 71.5%. IV estimate based on that $1.03. They're part of Group B. They declare in 21 days, February 26th. Okay, up next is AMZY. A to the M to the Z to the Y. Did they have a trade? Who the hell knows? Who the hell cares, right? AMZY, by the way, AMZY is the winner to be dropped if I do drop something. Obviously, I didn't drop them yet. We'll see how things go. Amazon went up 1.92%. AMZY went up 1.44%. Amazon has earnings. 2/6. Today's the 5th. Okay, so tomorrow, if anyone cares. All right, how is their synthetic doing? They have a 210 synthetic. Amazon's currently at 242. So this synthetic is making bank, bro. I just want to make bank, bro. I want to get ass. What movie is that from? All right. What do we got? We got 6,000 contracts, 247.50 strike price, 2.25% of the money. That's a tight one. 6,630 contracts, 250 strike price, 3.28% of the money. All right. That's tight. Again, we got a credit spread. Yeah, it's earnings. Let's not judge them. It's earnings. Okay, that's good. We're in a good spot here. Total net assets, 297 mil. The NAV is 2060. Trade price is 2008. Synthetic bailout money, it's worth 41.1 mil as we speak. That's 277 per share. Again, I don't think they're going to touch this until earnings passes. And then they'll, again, they declare next week. So I still think they'll close this probably after earnings, before declaration, but time will tell. 30-day IV of Amazon, 38%. IV estimate, 60 cents. Heaters whooping my ass. Group D declares, like I said, on February 12th next week. All right, so that's AMZY. What about CONY? CONY definitely had a trade, I think. Way too many freaking trades, man. You see, this crap is out of control. Out of control. All right, what did CONY do? Buy, call, sell, put. All right, so they added to a synthetic. Again, I'm trying to click, but it's annoying because see how the bottom comes up. And then, yeah, so they added to the synthetic. They sold the call for this week, 305, 8.78% out of the money. Is that smart? We'll see. Look what they did here. Buy to close put. What does that mean? They closed the 320 synthetic. All of it? Probably 320. And they moved it here. See this sold put? 290. So they took a whooping. They just got their ass kicked. So they lost a total. Well, you see how much buy to close the put? One gold digger was paid off. Again, this is why she's a gold digger. We just paid her off $96 million. We paid her $96 million freaking dollars. Okay? Okay. Now, let me see here. Yeah, so 96 mil. And then the sold call, that's the part of the other part of the synthetic. The dude had 18 mil to give us. So in the end, they lost about what? Almost like 68 million on that one, on the synthetic disaster. So here's the new synthetic. So the sold put brought in 98 mil. But again, they had to buy the call, the other side of it. And then it's, so that's a net income of 7 mil on that. But overall, yesterday's trade, we lost 71.5 mil in taxable realized losses for CONY. Okay, so here's coin. Coin went down 1.43%. Kind of a rough day. CONY went down 1.05%. Okay. So, as you may recall, we had four, right? We had four synthetics. Now we're down to, oh, damn, look at that. We're down to 3, but look at the 290. Look at that date. Oh, my God. It is beautiful. Beautiful thing. Look at that. 5/16. They chose an expiration date on the new synthetic position of 5/16. All right? That is more than 90 days out. Thank God. That's awesome. Okay. Now, that's a 290, 290 strike. Coins at 280. We're already freaking losing on that one. But whatever, man. We got 90 days. And then the other ones, they have a 280 and a 300. One's at the money. One's, yeah, I don't know. We'll see how things go. But, yeah, they're, quite the synthetic disaster for everyone lately. All right, so here's the trades for this week. Let's see where we stand. By the way, let's check their expiration date. And you see 2/7s. Yep, everything is 2/7. So everything expires still for this week. It's going to be a busy rest of the week, man. That being said, if you enjoy this content, hit the like button. Because, again, everything had a damn trade yesterday. It's a weekday, man. Don't give me so much work. YieldMax, 4,000 contracts, 302.50 strike price, 7.89% out of the money. 6,760 contracts, 305 strike price, 8.78% out of the money. 20,550 contracts, 12.34%. I'm sorry, 315 strike price, 12.34% out of the money. 9,515 contracts, 317.50 strike price, 13.24% out of the money. So, scattered-y-do. What does that mean? That means our strikes are scattered. We are anywhere from 7 to 13% of the money. So they have a really, really good chance of winning all their calls this week. The total net asset value of CONY is 1.1 bill. The NAV is 13.43. The trade price is 13.37. Synthetic disaster. It would, right now it's down. It's a negative 15.5 mil, but whatever. 30-day IV of coin is 77%. IV estimate of CONY is 80 cents. Group C declares today, probably already. They probably already declared. Over or under a dollar. I don't know, probably under, but whatever. And then again, they'll declare on March 4th after that. Sound good? Actually, this should be 28 days away. Plus 27. This should be plus 28. There you go. That's better, right? 3.5. Sound good? Yeah, sure. Why not? Whatever. All right. So that's CONY. Then there's PLTY. PLTY. Did PLTY have a trade? Well, you damn right they had a trade. Oh my God. What am I doing? Why did I add this fund? What? Seriously? Am I like nuts? All right. So from the top, buy call, sell put. All right. They added. Clearly, people bought into the fund. They added to their synthetic position. All right. They added to it. And their synthetic is at $84. $84. The stock price is 103. Wow. I'm surprised they didn't create a new synthetic with that money, but hey, whatever. All right, now here's the disaster. Ready? Buy to close. They closed some shares. So here they paid $23.42 per share. Here they paid $21.70 per share, and here they paid $16.72. So we knew they were going to get their butts whooped on the calls. So here's the whooping. All right. So what they did is they closed out those trades, and what did they do? They actually kept it in the same week. So they rolled the strike price up to 110 from 85 to 110. So yeah, so the credit calls. Now let's think about this. 85 strike. So should they now this is the question. Should they have waited? I know they want to use the credit calls, but right, they want to make money off of the call that they sold, because they made 1.5 mil on the call that they bought, which offset the damage. But still, what would the damage have been if they waited until Friday or even Thursday? I don't know. But anyway, let's not harp on that. So here's another one. Again, they rolled the strike price. It was from 89 to 110. So essentially now they're 5% out of the money. Because, again, Palantir could keep going up. So they're just, kind of prepping themselves for that. But the overall trades for the day, they lost $14.7 million. Obviously, they did not use a synthetic bailout. They just closed out, the weeklies, and they kept them new strike prices in the same week. So we'll see how this goes. All right, so here's PLTY. Again, brand new tab, brand new action here. We'll get used to this. Palantir, in the end, they actually did go up a decent amount. Pre-market was not bluffing. Palantir went up 19.35%. PLTY captured 16.97%. PLTY captured 87% of the upside. I mean, you can't cry about that. I mean, that's amazing. That is good stuff right there. I mean, this is why I'm covering it, because I have a feeling it's just going to turn into a noise fund. Right now, my only exposure to this is through YieldMax, unfortunately. Because, again, I kind of got out of the single stock ETFs, but maybe I shouldn't. All right, anyway, their synthetic is still open, like we said, $84. And they're way ahead. They're 19%. Palantir is 19% above that. So this is worth a lot of money. We got, we sing Gold Digger a lot, but this is a broke ass girl. I mean, this girl, she only wants $41,000. I mean, we can give her that five times. The dude, he's got 35 mil. So he's a rich son of a you-know-what, and he don't care. Like, he's dating some girl off the street. He don't give a damn. You know why? Because she's cheap, right? So this is the opposite of Gold Digger, right? This is a very affordable lady, and this is some rich dude. He's selfish as hell, right? He's not sharing his money because he wants to cash it out one day. But obviously, they did not cash it out yet. So before we get into what that synthetic is worth, let's see where our positions stand for this week. So we got 2/7 expirations, and let's see where they stand. Again, these are new positions because I think they closed out. Yeah, they definitely closed out everything and took the loss. 4,200 contracts, 105 strike price, 1.13% out of the money, and then 13,622 contracts, 110 strike price, 5.94% out of the money. So 1 to 5% out of the money. I mean, that's not really a great cushion there, to be honest. So they moved the strike price up to 105 on one of them. Did I see that in the trade? Where's the 105? Oh, that's on the that was from the new positions. All right, from the synthetic, and then these positions they moved to what one? Okay, so 110 in both. All right, so 110 was the from the closeout, and then the 105 is from the synthetic. Still, that's kind of tight. But again, they did have a huge up day, huge. But I don't know. We'll see. I don't know what Palantir is gonna do. That's a tough spot. Yo, guys, check this out. Check this out. Synthetic money, 35.3 mil. How much per share? Oh my God, $15.53. If they cash this out, this would be this is sick. This would be an income of $15.53 per share. Do you believe that? I mean, that I don't even believe it. Like, I feel like I'm doing something wrong, but this is nuts. That's. Whew. So when they cash this out, when are they up again? They're up in 21 days till their next deck date. And they don't have to close this anytime soon. What is it, 2/21? The synthetic. Oh my, no, crap. This synthetic expires 2/7. Oh man. If you want a gigantic distribution, then PLTY on the next go around, you're gonna get it. And I'm probably gonna forget now doing my guesstimate, but and they're probably gonna hold back a lot of it, of course, because if you think about the IV estimate, we're looking at 386. If they make 15.53 per share, right? In 1 month, 4-week cycle, we're looking at a pretty damn big distribution. Even with the holdback, right? How much are they going to hold back? We don't know. But they did lose a lot. Keep in mind, they lost a lot on the calls you saw. But still, man. So take out, say, $5 from that. That'll leave $10 in income. Say they hold back, maybe hold back 4. That's $6. $6 distribution, maybe. I don't know. Maybe they'll go for it and beat Misty's best. But anyway, man, that's amazing. Anyway, this fund is tiny as hell still. It's only worth 185 mil. Oh my God, look at the NAV. Holy crap. This fund launched at $50, guys. If you guys got in at 50, you're the man. You're the woman. You're set. And you're smart, obviously. We're dumbasses who didn't. Anyway, the NAV is 81.49. Trade price 81.65. They always have a big gap, I noticed. 30-day IV of Palantir, kind of dropping, obviously, at this point after earnings. 61% IV estimate based on that 386, and they're part of Group B, who declares in 21 days. But wow, I'm glad I added this. In fact, I kind of wish I had the trade coverage to see like what they're going to pay out, but I'm not doing it. I can't do it anymore. In fact, I'm only going to drop. Like, I'm always going to keep Misty, like I said. And TSLY, it's going to hang on as long as it can, but we'll see. All right, so that's every single freaking fund. That's 6 funds. So let's go to the pre-market. All right. So TSLY. All right, again, this is pre-market. TSLY as of, 5:48 a.m. TSLY's down 0.94%. It's at 388.51. TSLY is down 0.61%. It's at 1301. So curious to see what Palantir is at. NVDY is down 0.04%, 118.60. NVDY is up 0.21%, 1874. CONY is down 0.21%, 279.80. CONY is not updated. It's flat, 1337. MSTR is down 1%, 344.83. MSTY is down 0.29%, 27.73. T to the S to the L to the L. Man, Tesla's been going down. TSLY is down 1.92%, 24.49. TNA is up 0.45%, 44.75. I believe my call that I sold on Red Monday like a jackass. I think I chose a $45 strike price, so obviously that's in danger. AMZY is down 6.32%, 904. That sucks. AMZY is updated. Oh my God, it's at 20? Oh, nice. It's down 0.4%. It's at 20 flat. Bitcoin is down. It's under 100K. It's down 0.73%. It's at 97,968. BitX is down 1.39%, 54.80. Saxo is down 1.14%, 25.95. S to the M to the C to the I is down 2.06%, 28.56. S to the M to the C to the Y, not updated, 22.70. Palantir here, see? Yeah, little red, not that much red, but little red. It's down 1.36%. It's at 102.42. PLTY, look at that, man. That thing is a freaking beast. It's down 1.03%. It's at 80.81. TSM is up 0.15%, 204.35. TSMY is up 0.66%, 18.30. Mara is down 0.68%, 17.53. All right. So that's the update on the pre-market. That's the update on the trades. That's the update on this, that, the other thing. So again, hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Did you have fun? It was a long-ass video, so I sure hope you did. But anyway, as always, this is not financial advice. I am not a financial advisor. This video is for fun and entertainment. So hopefully you had fun. Hopefully you were entertained. And if not, then we still have tomorrow, right? There's always tomorrow. That's the good thing about making daily videos. It doesn't matter if I screw up bad. I can just fix it tomorrow, right? Because as you know, I don't edit videos. I don't do this. I don't do that. I just hit record, and then I talk, and then I post it. And that's it. That's how my YouTube, journey works here. But people still asking, can you put timestamps? No, I can't. I barely can get this upload done before I go to work. So You know, this is a time cruncher. And I'm not getting up before 4 a.m. because I gotta have some sleep. I'm averaging around 6 hours, which to me is enough, but I don't want to get any less than that. But yeah, maybe that's a good keyword actually for the day. Of course, if you enjoy this content, please hit the like button. If you have any questions or concerns, leave them down below. Now, that being said, if you made it this far in the video and you want to prove it, you got to say the keyword. So what do you have to do? You have to type down in the comments whatever the keyword is. Today, I'm curious now, what do you guys average on a daily basis? How much sleep do you average? Like I said, I'm averaging around 6 hours, which, again, I deem that to be enough. I don't know what you guys think is enough or not, but let me know down in the comments. I'm sure most people are going to say 8 or 7. Hopefully, you don't need more than 8, that's for sure. But I don't know. Is less than 6 even doable? I'm curious if any of you average less than 6. And, you know, how are you able to perform with that, right? If I average 5 hours, you know, if I got up at 3, say, would I be able to, like, function normally? I don't think so. I don't know. I'm just curious. What do you guys... Today's keyword is basically asking you the question, how many hours sleep do you guys average on a daily basis, all right? You know my number, so let me know down in the comments below. If you don't want to do that, then, you know, like I say, you could just do fa la 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 fa la 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 la. All right, that's enough. All right, let me get ready for work and post this video and all that jazz, and I hope everyone has a great day. Later.